lower all assembled, ready to go. Now it's time to move on to the upper. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of the way. We're gonna concentrate on, first thing we need to do is get the barrel seated in the, this is a 1-in-7 twist, 5.56 NATO, nitride coated barrel, feed ramps. It's a SOCOM contour, so it doesn't have the cut for the grenade launcher, but I don't think my customer's going to be launching any grenades anyway. So she's far too nice a lady to be launching grenades at people. This is the proprietary barrel nut that comes with the, this is a Yankee Hill SLK key mod handguard. I use it because it is, if it's not the lightest, it's one of the lightest aluminum handguards you can get nowadays. It ain't super beautiful, but it's very slim, and it keeps the weight back on your shoulder, and that's important for, especially for women and people that have you know, a hard time holding a heavy rifle out away from their body when they're shooting standing. So you're just trying to shift the center of gravity back towards your pistol grip and your shoulder as much as you can to help fight arm fatigue. So I really like them. They're really light. So that's how the barrel goes on there. You can see it doesn't have a doesn't have any cutouts for the gas tube. So I'm just going to go ahead off camera and torque the barrel nut, and then we'll come back and put everything else together. There are several companies that make these vice fixtures, and I imagine they all work about the same, but that gives you something to hang on to and keeps you from crushing the upper receiver. One thing I have done is inlet this little insert thing so that you can close the, I don't know why nobody does that, but it's never molded into the piece. So anyway, now we got to put our, we'll set this aside, we got to put our gas block, or rather our gas tube on the gas block. Roll pin starter. Okay, here's our gas block. It's a clamp-on, made of steel, Sadlac Industries. I'm probably not pronouncing their name right, but anyway, they're nice. They don't move around. I like these a lot better than the set screw style because they grip the whole barrel instead of having to have a spot that you dig the set screw into. Only a minor delay. And I realize that you can't see what I'm doing, but I can barely see what I'm doing, so sacrifices are going to have to be made. Alright. Finally, at long last, the damn roll pin is driven into place. Okay. Use thine brain. Of course, with no detents and no roll pins, you are responsible for getting it on there square. That bird really is building a nest in my bolt bins. He wasn't leaving. He was going to get building materials. Me and him are going to have a discussion here for too long. Sounds like all the cops in the world are coming down the road here. This is a Smith Enterprises Vortex flash hider. It works like a champ. They found me, boys. Be making my next video from the pokey. Now, I'm sure there exist AR15 Zen masters that can line these upper rails up without any help, but I'm not one of those people, so I'm going to cheat. And put the sight on there, is use it as a clamp to hold everything lined up until I get the nut on the bottom, or the bridge across here to clamp everything together. I'm sure there are like 7th level Zen gunsmiths that are cursing at me right now, but that works and it doesn't take any extra time. And this just clamps on. This is one of the reasons this is my favorite hand guard, is that it just goes on. You don't got to fight with all the alignment and, you know, tighten this and torque that and then line up some holes, and it just lines up. I'll have to tap it on there. That nut fit pretty tight on this one. Usually they go together just a little bit easier than that. But tight to go together. You ain't gonna have to worry about it rattling later on. Alright, there's our hand guard. So the upper is just about together now. Taking move our sight back to where it belongs. I didn't say anything before, but the barrel nut, to put it on and torque it, you use this nut, special tool. I guess you'd call it a spanner maybe. I don't know. It comes with the hand guard, and so does the nut. And this takes a 1.1/8" crow's foot to use your torque wrench on it. So if you're going to buy one of these hand guards, you need a 1.1/8" crow's foot to torque everything together. Or you could just use A-bomb torque. That works too. Come on. Tell me you've decided to make that your home now. There we go. Very slight difference in height between them two rails. That's odd. First time I've ever seen that. It ain't much, but it's there. You remember when you put anything on a rail, if you want it to repeat, you push it all the way forward so that the recoil holds it against the crosscut. front side on the same way. These are folding sights made by SIG. And I'll show you why I use these in a second. Push it all the way forward. And tighten it on the rail. Okay, I really like these sights because of that right there, that H&K front hood. You got an aperture rear sight and the H&K front sight. The two circles just line up, and I think it makes them faster to run. I guess that's probably mostly personal opinion, but that's why I use them. And I haven't had anybody complain about them yet. Alright, it's a double star charging handle, nothing fancy. First time I ever seen a screw top like a glue bottle on a lube bottle. Just give me some oil, I don't care how you're made. Just give me some damn oil, there we go. I'm kind of lubing the hell out of it because this is brand new. It had never been in anything. It had never had any lubricant on it, so I'm just gonna go hog wild here. Okay, this is a full auto bolt carrier, and you know, standard Carpenter 158 bolt, and I can see that it's got brass shavings in it, so it has been high pressure tested and test fired before they shipped it, which is nice. Not everybody does that. Alright, now our upper receiver is done. Now there's a couple of accessories that the customer wanted to put on here. Got a little, this forearm is so light that it does not come with any QD points, swivel points, like your regular. You know, most, for a while now, most free flow forearms have come with sling points. Forward. Come on, little buddy. Yep, okay. And that right there is what makes key mod nice. I just dropped right on there. This is made by a Bravo company machine, BCM, and it's just a pocket for a QD sling swivel. And then this is also made by BCM. It's going to be a 15. Ha! Got lucky. And there again, I'm using this because it's light. I want that angled, yeah. One pocket farther forward though. There we go. very light, it's ergonomic, it doesn't stick out quite as much as some of the other foregrips that you run across. A little bit more substantial than an angled foregrip, but not as obtrusive as the, you know, like bipod grip things that are like 10 inches long. Ridiculous looking. So, alright, now we can mate the two. Yeah. And put in the piece I forgot while I was doing the lower. That's just a standard chrome silicon buffer spring and a standard weight carbine buffer. Locked open. Sights up. Bolt closed. There it is. Finished rifle. Alright, so there it is, all done. Got our duty sling on there, 2-point. And then for the single point sling, got a H&K style snatch hook on it. Snaps in down here if you want a single point. Or you can hear, there's our QD sling mounts like I was talking about. That's it.
Alright guys, bear with me here, I got plugs in. So I may be screaming at you now, I don't know, can't tell. Got it all together. Got me a P-Mag with some 55 grain FMJs. We're going to see if it's going to blow up in my face. I checked the headspace before that, so it's not going to blow up, but okay, here we go. She locked open, run pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys.